Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. I'm Mickey Davis, the hardest working man in comics, and it is my esteemed honor to welcome to the stage, first and foremost, he's Biff, he's Griff, he's Buford. Let's make some noise for Tom Wilson! Philly's own, ladies and gentlemen. Yes! Hello, sir. Good to see you, good to see you. You're not that, no, get that look, get that look. Get that magic. Let's also keep it up for Mr. Christopher Lloyd. Oh my God! Great stuff. Make some noise. And last but certainly not least, Marty McFly himself, Mr. Michael J. Fox. Welcome, gents. Welcome. It is an absolute pleasure and honor to have you guys with us. You got to take your... Tom is ready now. Tom is ready. I'm ready. Excellent. Thank you, sir. Yeah, Philadelphia. We're here. So, to kick this off, we have to talk about the fact that the 1980s, in my opinion, is one of the most innovative eras when it comes to movie making. What was it like to be in the film franchise or film industry at that time?
I don't know, it's kind of new to me.
More than fair. Tom, what about you?
Coming from Philadelphia, as I do.
Yeah, that's right, make some noise.
All I can say is Philadelphia freedom, shine on me. I love it.
Come on now.
Shine the light through the eyes of the ones left behind. Shine the light, shine the light. Shine the light, won't you shine the light? Come on. Philadelphia freedom, yes, I love you. Yes, I do. Come on.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's the not from me.
All right, now I forget you. I'm sorry.
I have come from here. No, it's an absolutely amazing thing.
Yes.
No kidding. My first acting class that I ever took was about 5 blocks from here.
Get out.
Little dilapidated building. It was destroyed, and now it's known as the Kimmel Center of Performing Arts. It was a small place called the Philadelphia Company that I went as a 19-year-old because my acting teacher in high school said, you've got something. You should probably study acting. So I went down there and I started taking acting classes. And believe me, my acting teacher Jerry and me are as surprised as anybody that I'm here right now. But what an amazing adventure.
How's that going, man?
It went okay, actually. Yeah, it's still going okay. If there's anybody shocked that I'm still in the show business, it's me.
No. You're super talented.
I think it's really good question.
Yes, please.
So in the 80s, a lot of stuff that you do now, like horror movies.
Of course.
Like some of the shot textures they look beautiful. Like where braces took place. So the earthquake, like the whole shot out.
Right.
And so we thought we were doing such cool stuff that, wow, we're doing that. Stay there. But we're doing it. Wow, dinosaurs.
Truly.
It was amazing. The best guy in the world. The thing about the 80s that I've been kind of getting into lately, making me laugh, is somebody said to me, in this car, said, you were 80s famous. I said, 80s famous? It's sort of the hardcore time to be famous.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
Absolutely.
Even though there was no internet stuff, you couldn't like text you from across the room.
That's right.
They get right in your suit and sitting in your wife's lap and more hardcore time.
Of course.
But we try to do a lot of different breakers.
Absolutely. We're very lucky that you did make movies, especially this film franchise, which we absolutely adore and love. Am I right?
It's wild to me, though, Chris. I mean, Back to the Future is, it's looked on as that future film, a time travel film. But oddly, I really think Back to the Future did bring in the future because it was brought in exactly when cable television came.
Yes.
It was brought in exactly when you could have a VHS copy of the tape, and one of the very first movies where people would come up and say, I've seen it 200 times. Because the first time when you could get it at Blockbuster or wherever, and you could say, well, if I like them, young people don't know that's a new concept, but the first movie where you could say, well, let's go home and watch Back to the Future again.
Which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Actually, so to that end, I've always loved Back to the Future for the comedy and the antics, but as I've gotten older, I've understood it to be a story about generations and how we kind of go in this cycle that while we think that those, are older than us, don't understand where we're coming from, they actually did do a lot of the same things that we've done, just in a different context. How does that vibe for you
One of the
guys?
cool things about it was relationship with Black America.
Yes.
Which was intergenerational relationship. They talked about that much before. Their connection was curiosity and scientific.
Of course.
Discovery and just being outsiders, being their own thing and doing their own thing. They had very little age and very little without any philosophy. It was just two people that really got
They understood each other.
stuff. And the other thing about the movie is it is multi-generational. It's of a time and it's in no time. So what's right me is that 1955, 1985.
Right?
And a long time in that gap since the movie. But it still picks up. And I think in fact it's more multi-generational now than it was then. Because the other generation seems to have been having fans.
It's very true. It's very true.
People that love the movie, they're getting young. And it was so many years ago.
And it's great. I mean, it does speak to the lasting nature of what Back to the Future is, that it does speak to so many different generations of people. Both, again, those that would have been young in 1955, those that would have been young in 85, and those that are young right now. So it's absolutely brilliant.
It almost surprised me, and Chris, you answer this afterwards. I'm going to hand you my microphone. But that before Back to the Future was 1985, there was no other time travel story where you meet your parents. And I thought it was sort of, it's like a great idea. It's so great that it seems obvious. It seems, why didn't anyone think of this? A kid goes in a time machine, goes back and meets his mom and dad. What happens? And like you said, culturally, does he like them? Do they get along? Do they have sort of the same interests and everything? That's what makes it a great movie.
Absolutely.
And the performance of the villain. But other than that,
Great. Mr. Strickland was great.
Absolutely. Chris, what the dog speaks. The dog speaks. How did you feel about the generational conversation of what Back to the Future was? I mean, you being the scientist that was, had this young ward under him, how did you feel about it?
What amazes me is how often people come up and say, you made my childhood. And it's happened today, it's 2 times. Where people are so grateful for a movie to have had that when they were growing up. I haven't done anything else in my life that compares with that.
We appreciate that, truly.
Yeah.
Make some noise, y'all. Make some noise.
and so many times, Victor, so many times it's very moving to me. And a person comes up to me and speaks from their heart and said, because of your performance, I decided to work as a muscle guy in the mafia. It's touching. It's touching.
How often do you get that? I mean, just out of curiosity, do you get that regularly?
Johnny Screech just told me right over there.
Don't point out, no names, no names. That's how you end up in the trunk, man. Don't do that. Come on. I actually, okay, so dreaming of a life beyond your norm and daring to change your fate are my favorite heroic messages of Back to the Future. What are your favorite takeaways from these movies?
Favorite what?
Favorite theme, favorite idea that was featured in the movie? What's one of your favorites?
My favorite idea of the movie, like the prequel idea of the movie is you put your mind to it, you do anything. If you put your mind to it, you do anything. And for me, like, I cannot.
Yeah, make that noise, make that noise.
I came out of this movie to surprisingly, I put that to work in a different way. Like, but I think it came up and challenged me, and I took it on. And I think we all can do that. We help understand that. And Chris was so compelling in his the thing I like my job is not to accept it, not judge Marty. He says, yeah, we can do this. And Marty says, nuts. He says, well, I'm not nuts, we can do this. And the more we are like that, the more we are like building and not breaking, we're creating and not destroying, the better we will be. And I think we can do that. And I'd love to
Makes
invest
sense.
in my life, and I think it's important.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes.
But it's very rare in a movie to have this lead character come up and tell you the meaning of the movie at the end of the movie. He just says, your future is whatever you make it.
Yes.
So make it a good one. That's the meaning of this movie.
Well, it's funny. I want to get. But Chris does the thing that's so amazing in acting. And I'm saying this every time we do this. I want people to understand that it's so brilliant. There's a thing in acting we call playing pipe,
Right?
playing exposition, like saying this is what the movie is. This is what like the bad guys are doing here. You got a guy who has some poor actor has to like spell all this stuff out and say this is what the movie is about. This is what this character doing. This is what this character doing. Here's the thing you can't open, and here's the door you can't go through, and all that stuff. And it's really hard to do, and it's really boring. Chris is a genius at it.
Absolutely.
Chris like reinvented the art of the leg pipe. Of saying, hello, listen to how the movie's gonna work, and you're entertained. Because pipe is supposed to be entertaining. Pipe is supposed to be pipe.
That's right.
Supposed to give you information. He made it. He's a genius. He made an art out of it, and that's the movie works for that. Because this one, and he's so generous as an actor.
Very true.
Like an actor, you can look at an actor, and he can say he looks like a goof. You have no idea what you want to do, and some actor will come in and like mess it up on you. And another actor are just realize that more generous they are to you, the more they help you do your work the best you can. The better they do their work, the better the picture is. These two guys are examples of that to the nth degree. They're both geniuses at helping other actors in the scene do what they need to do and send them do what they need to do. And I just love this actor.
It's awesome. I love that. Chris, how does it feel to get such great accolades?
It's a movie about a flying car and a lot of things and fires behind it, but it's a movie about love.
Yes, yes.
It's a movie about love between two friends.
That's right.
Love in a family. Right? That's what makes people love it. That's why they go back.
Of course.
Power of love is a curious thing.
Power of love is a curious thing. Makes a young man weak. Makes another man happy.
Well, I was gonna say, go for it, go for it. Okay, so Back to the Future is a pop cultural reference for the mechanics of time travel. Have you ever gotten any insights or pushback from scientists about the plausibility of some of the things that they've said? Chris, this is for you. Has anyone ever come to you and be like, well, that's not exactly how time travel works? Has anyone said that to you? Has anyone ever challenged you on how time travel works? Or do they just kind of know you're Doc Brown and that's the way it should be?
No, they haven't.
Smart
But
people.
I mean, if somebody did challenge me, I'd say, okay, well, you tell me.
There you go. You prove it. You build one and show me how it works. I love that. I love that. That's absolutely. Tom, did you challenge it? Yes.
This is my favorite look at it. This is it over here. You say, this is it. Excuse me. Thank you.
The ASL interpreter?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Yes. Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
ASL interpreter family has been here all weekend. We really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's ASL for I love you.
I love it.
Thank you.
Okay, so Back to the Future 2, right? 2015, that time has come and gone. What is one thing that you wish that we would have actually had from that movie? Whether that's hoverboards, flying cars, what's one thing that you wish we actually have gotten by 2015?
I can work here for barbells. I don't know. I think that I wish we had that. I wish we had more. We had more understanding. More conversation. It's kind of like we're told we're supposed to be adversarial. We're supposed to be confrontational. It's not hard to sit and talk to somebody.
Right.
Figure what they're thinking, what you're thinking, and or something like that. What's so funny about peace? Nothing more just.
Absolutely nothing. You're absolutely right. More conversation, more understanding amongst people. That is the cure for so much. Absolutely. Absolutely.
We're all in this together. Even bad guys. But it's true. There has to be a bad guy. You know, my mom was so upset. You know, my mom. I want you to be a handsome prince in movies. Every time you come on the screen, the music goes like. I wanted the violins. I said, you know, Mom, there has to be a story. When he punches me, the audience goes, yay! I hate that when they do that. But that's true. That's a story.
Absolutely.
That's a story.
Absolutely. Indeed, some of the stories that you told have touched so many fans. We actually have some fan questions that were sent in. So if you guys are here, let us know. Dylan Archer 31 on Instagram. Are you here? Maybe? No? Okay, well, check this out. What career do you guys see yourselves landing at if you never became professional actors? What else did you aspire to be?
Wow. What about you guys?
Rich.
I still do. I watch somebody up there sitting in a bulldozer or some kind of major machinery. You know, when I was a kid, I had a tractor available to me, a real friggin' tractor, and I would mow hay. Pull the rake that would make the hay, the rows, and then work all the baler that would come up and make the bales. And I still feel that way about it.
That's
I
good.
wouldn't mind.
A little farmer. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's awesome. What would you do, Mike?
I hope
I love it. I remember you did into I just love that. Chris Lloyd, I want a big truck. Big truck, I want to push you around. I love that.
Absolutely.
I understand. I don't know what I'm going to be a writer.
Okay.
Something I didn't have to work on.
I got you. Still a creative. Absolutely.
Something I just love.
Of course. Of course. Tom, what about you?
I was sick when I was a kid, and I missed a lot of school, and I didn't think I was good at anything. But later in high school, it started to be clear that I could stand on my feet and I could talk. I wasn't afraid. In a public speaking class or whatever, you give a speech or you did your report, and I just wasn't afraid of it. A girl in our class ran out in the hallway. She almost threw up. She was so, and I thought that's odd because I can get up in front of people. And my dad was a lawyer here in Philadelphia. My dad's office was like 2 blocks from here. This was my neighborhood when I was a little kid. And I thought that. He was, he went to Penn, and then he went to Temple University. He went to Penn. He worked for a man in Philadelphia. He worked for a lawyer. He grew up in an orphanage during the Depression, the whole thing. He was the man's secretary, a man in Philadelphia, a lawyer. And the lawyer says, "You're pretty sharp. You should be a lawyer." He says, "Well, I grew up in an orphanage. I'm from the other side of the tracks. That's not for me." The man that he worked for said, "I'll help you. I'll put you through college. You work for me during the day. You go to night school." So he put him through University of Pennsylvania, Temple Law School, and he made a wonderful career for himself. So that's, yeah. So I think I would have either become a lawyer, but when I went to college, I studied pre-law, and pretty soon I figured out if pre-law is that hard, law would be impossible. So I studied acting, which we really consider pre-homeless. So it worked out. Good job. Good job.
What about Presley Alfonsi? Presley? No? Do you recall a time where you improvised any of your lines or actions, and what were they? Tom, I'm gonna start with you. Did you improvise anything?
I improvised a lot.
Anything in particular that you're like, that was the thing?
I said in one of the makeup tests, when they're just testing the makeup, I said, McFly, was your grandfather an Irish bug? So I got into the script, McFly, you Irish bug. The script said, make like a tree and leave. And I said, this guy's so stupid, it should be wrong.
That's great.
So I said, why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? So all of those lines, that's about as funny as a screen door in a battleship. I'm gonna hunt you down and shoot you like a duck. So all of those lines, that kind of stuff. But it was a scene like, hey, when he was running out of that gamble house, right, I was the one who said to Bob Zemeckis, Bob, why don't you have Chris say, Ronald Reagan, the actor? What was Jane Wyman, the first lady? And that was Ronald Reagan's first wife, right at the time. So it was a lot of fun. It was very, of course, it was such an intricate script. You had to get all of the points right, as Mike said about Chris. That's right. You had to lay all the pipe, all the exposition. But after that, there was a lot of room to play within the scope.
I love that. I love that. Chris, do you remember a line or anything that you did in particular that was just off the top of your head?
The only thing I can think of at the moment, I was doing a play, and it was sort of written in verse, like there was a rhythm.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. And fairly long speeches, long time. And one night I was all alone. I was in a performance for a while. I knew the material, and I'm saying lines, and I realized about 5 lines ahead of me, I forgot what I was saying. I don't, and the deadline kept getting closer and closer. I couldn't remember the line, but I feel I had to say something.
Of course.
And out of my mouth came totally different words from the line, but the same sense of the words, the same sense of the And somebody spoke to me about it. It was just, I don't know, some God, line God,
Of course. Gave you something, gave you a gift.
said, you're gonna
Here's your line.
get through this.
There you go. Exactly. Michael, what about you? Any particular lines that you might have just kind of threw in there over the cuff?
I'm always making stuff up. I do, but like Tom said, the script was so intricately planned and laid out that it kept us. So I was very, and I Family Ties are big stuff all the time. It's say something. But I knew when I got the job for Family Ties, I brought a line in the research where I said, I was speaking. I don't know where the P came from. I don't know where the P came from. I just said I was speaking. So
You made up the P from Alex P. Keaton? Seriously?
But I did that. So I said, no, let me make it for myself. It's easy. So now I got a nod that picture. And the line that I really remember writing and saying that they have to say this line. Going to Bob and saying you have to do this. So one of my lines, so it'd be delicate with that. Another actor's line. And I didn't want to tell her really is what to do. But I just knew when she said, if I said, where are my pants? She said, over there, she had to say, on my whole chest. So I went to Bob and said, she had to say, over there, on my whole chest. And so she did it.
Love it.
Can I do one more? Because I got to take credit. We got a big crowd, okay? I called people in the original script, I called people a bad name. I won't say what the name was, but it rhymes with if you go to ice and you cut and you're going fishing and you cut a bass hole. It rhymed with that. So I said, I think it should be dumber than that. So this is before anybody did it. I said, we're thinking, what can he call people? I said, what about like butthead? And I'm proud of that, and I'm really sorry that happened because people have shouted that at me for 38 years. It is your legacy. 38 years. But I said, what are you looking at? That other word. I said, what it would be funny and stupid. What are you looking at, butthead? And it stuck. Yes. And this is before Beavis with him. This is before anybody. You're welcome.
Right, absolutely. So the Big Ragu 215.
What an asshole.
Impeccable.
Said by a true butthead.
So the Big Ragu 215 wants to know, are there any scenes that you wish you could film again and have another shot at, or would just film again for fun?
I want to see a guy who calls himself the Big Ragu.
Are you sure you want to see that? Are you sure? I mean, 215, I mean, that's low. No?
That's what I mean. Just check Ragu 215.
Listen, that's one of the guys that you were talking about earlier.
He's going down the shore for some new runs. This is special.
But yeah, is there a scene that you would love to redo or for fun or anything?
Do it, guys.
And Chris, is there a scene from Back to the Future, any of the movies that you would love to reshoot just for fun?
Reshoot?
Yes.
I don't know. Not Future 3.
Just the whole thing?
Fair. It was all about horseback riding.
Right.
Well, romance.
That's true. That's true.
Stuff is happening.
It was happening.
Question to one of you. What would you like to do again? Like, it was so much fun to do.
Yes.
And you were saying that it was so great. We were seeing a romantic lead in Back to the Future 3. It was so good. It was so like God, romantic. It was suddenly it was great.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I just tried to go out. And it was a funny thing. It's a story not about what I did.
Yeah.
It was a funny story that came out about I just got married and my son, and I had a farm in Vermont, we had horses. And I couldn't ride horses, I said, no. So I got this horse for the movie, I put the free, right? And Whiskey, this horse, great horse. And I look like I could ride him for years. Because I love the horse. He's a great horse. Flew around with it, great. And I went to the guy who owned the horse. So I went by this horse. And he said, no. I said, no, Pop. It's absolutely possible.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
So I moved a horse trainer. And he said, no, you can't, because this horse is trained, I can shoot a cannon off this horse's head, and he wouldn't move. Because that was like his horse for movies. So I trained, and I felt such a schmuck in front of this horse. Because it just was super like, oh my God, this horse. The horse was built to do this thing. So the cat was impressed with the horse in the movie. They thought I was going to get the horse. It was a weak moment.
That's wild.
But I ended up getting a good horse.
Good.
It threw me off. And I'm horse anymore.
Oh.
I think for all of us, doing the third one, I mean, I'm from Philadelphia. They say you're talking the third one, you're going to have to learn how to ride a horse, quick draw, spin it, a 6-shooter, rope over your head, and all this stuff. And it was so, that didn't happen in movies. They weren't making big westerns like that. So I learned how to ride a horse with Corky Randall, this man who took care of the horse. Corky taught John Ford, the great director, how to ride. He wrote stunts with John Wayne, legendary cowboy movie guy. And, so it was amazing to be in a western with these guys. And they would put the saddle on the horse, and for lunch, I would never go to the caterer for lunch because the stuntmen would go out and take the horses out into the mountains of Northern California, and everyone else is having sandwiches, and I'm out there like dun 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 dun, dun. I'm riding on a horsey. It was unbelievable. So it was such a beautiful city up there in Northern California. So exciting to learn these new skills and be in a big movie like that. So it was great.
That's great.
It was great.
That's awesome. And I love that you had such a good time doing it. that you would do it again.
It was, yeah, Bob Zemeckis before, he says, Tom, I want you to, he showed me The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance with Lee Marvin. He says, Tom, look at this before, not to model it after, but that's a, inspiration. And Harry Carey Jr. was at that table, and Pat Buttram, and Doug Taylor, these historic Western guys. So I come in for that first scene, and it's like, I thought I told you never to come in. So I do all this stuff. Pat Buttram calls me over. He says, Tom, come here. He says, we've been watching you act. We all decided you kind of remind us of Lee Marvin. So it was a great thing. But to be with those historic guys was wonderful.
Make some noise for that right there. That's awesome. So moving to Facebook, Dave Christie wants to know, what was the most difficult scene to get through in any of the Back to the Future movies? Most difficult scene, whether it's physical, dialogue, what do you have?
Two, I think, two. Getting moving around the rain coming down.
Right.
Anytime they introduce some kind of weather thing, rain. Well, the other thing people say about the car, like I said, I love driving in the rain.
Right.
And they tell me I don't want to get that damn DeLorean here. You can have one DeLorean. The myth of one DeLorean is not true. You need like 9 DeLoreans. You cut down the middle and cut this way. Just get that expanded left door so you can get the camera with. So now we have this stuff it. We're going to compact it version of the car. With the dog, got Mr. Shoe,
Right.
Chris, me, and the other dog, and probably some beer for the crew out here. Well, jammed in this thing, and it's supposed to be the most fun we've ever had. Really tough, it was hard to have cuts all over my hand of the airship. So I just had jury rigged it. Having said that, guys, I think great unsung hero in this movie, the special effects guys, the prop guys, is we get into a situation, Bob would direct us into some monstrosity situation. But if you look at a guy like Bob Zemeckis, there's no end to his imagination. That's not the good news. Get you into some serious trouble. So you'll think to yourself, you can't do it. You say, Bob, I can't do that. And you say, well, we'll be here all night, man. And if you can't do it, you want to go home. And you come up with something that you want. And then like you say, I need a tuning fork. So it's now in the morning in East Buckmore, California. Right? And he wants a tuning fork. Is you go into their truck, they come with this manufactured tuning fork. They give it. And I said, wow, that's so cool. Good job you using my guy like that. We're going to make it happen.
Make it happen.
That's it. The outside world is manufacturing all these trade people, these crew people, these truck people, order people. That's a masterpiece that they put together. All in crafts and trades.
Absolutely. Chris, were there any particular scenes that were difficult for you to film? Any particular scenes that were tough for you to film? Whether that was too physical, too crazy?
Last one before lunch.
Last one before lunch.
I guess, I don't know. I know after 6 weeks, when you came onto the show, I had no inkling that was going to happen. And my first thought was, for 6 weeks I've been swimming, hoping to hit my mark, so to speak. And my thought was, oh my God, we're going to do that again. I'll never be able to get it where I did it. And I was like, in panic. But
you did phenomenal.
We had the chemistry somehow right from the start.
I knew what I had to say when I said it. First thing we did. We built a time machine. squeaking out this little, you know how it's coming out. And she shook me to it. I said, this rocks. This is really good. They told me, and I don't know if I'm respectful of the results. I think they're great. They told me that he wouldn't hit the comedy. He decided it was really important to understand the side, to understand the kind of emotion of someone whose life is changed.
Right.
But I'm just that. I'm being goofy and go hit their drill, like do that, you know what I mean? And just have fun. And we gotta be like, this is this guy. Because I knew Jim and I knew played with it was nice. I knew who the caliber man was working on. But I didn't know that he would be having much fun with them. It's great. Nothing I should say to the Chris is, Chris and I drew the first two films, we didn't know each other.
Right.
We were so busy doing our stuff, it was work to do. We didn't sit around BSing all the time. We just tried to do our stuff and do the best we could and have fun. But I think with three, I had pressure on it. It was so great. It was so, I just got the purity of that. It was really funny, good crap. But I never really got, like, until I worked with my trainer, or something with Mary's neighbor, really says, really passionate and emotional and curious actor he was. And first of all, everyone in the show, right there. Like, we all know these legends. And it's not Carol, the mayor, everybody, all these characters are so rich and
True. Very true.
you put a lot of pressure on people like Chris who had Andrew such a carry. Those people were there and independently in his job.
Absolutely. Love it. Absolutely. Tom, was there a difficult scene for you, sir? Maybe one with manure, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I got dumped in manure about everything, you know. Honestly, the most difficult scene for me was emotional. As I told you, I missed a lot of school and everything. I was actually beaten up by bullies all the time until the genes kicked in. Kind of the summer between 11th and 12th grade, we just kind of bones are cracking. Mom, what's going on? You know? And then I got big. So the most difficult scene in all of the Back to the Futures was in the car with Leah outside the dance. Because Bob Zemeckis talks to me, and both of us had said there has to be a time in the movie where Biff is not a stupid buffoon, but a very dangerous person. Okay? So the threat becomes real.
Yes.
So that when I punch, that's the oh yes, you know. So that scene we were going to play real. No stupid lines, no anything. I'm taking advantage of her in the car. That was very hard for me because I must say, because I was beaten up by bullies, I was doing an impression of them, of the guys I knew in school, but because it was really hurting my feelings, I wasn't internalizing that stuff. Actors talk about internal work, your heart, your mind, external work, the way that I walk, the way that I talk. So I was concentrating very much externally on those things. Biff, walking, the cock in my head, voice, up in my mask. Hey, no, McFly! Like that, right? But I wasn't thinking about my heart. So I get into that scene, and I'm wrestling around with Leah. Take your time. And she starts crying. And that was very hard. Very hard. So, I mean, it ended up to be funny because we're doing the scene. Bob Zemeckis says, cut. And I'm saying, Leah, I'm really sorry about this. I don't think you just, we're acting. We're in a scene. Just acting. We're acting it. I know, but so we acted it. But I just found that scene upsetting. Of course. Because I've been pushed around and I didn't want to push people around. Hey! I pushed
So
around.
you pushed. More than fair, more than fair. So before we started the panel, we actually did like a fun sort of a survey of the crowd, and we asked a couple of questions, and I'm just curious to see how close you guys might come to what the fans actually selected. So I'm going to pick each of you separately if you don't mind. So the first one, we call this or that, and the first one, and Chris, I'm going to ask you, sir, would you rather meet someone famous from the past or meet yourself in the future? Wait, say that one more time.
Although, I would, what was the choice?
Meet someone famous from the past or meet your future self.
I want to read my future self.
Your future self. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Tom, you look like you might want to throw in.
I've been asked the question so many times.
Sure.
Would you go to, I'm a musician, would you go to Liverpool, go to the Cavern Club, see the Beatles be born,
Right.
Something of that excitement. I'm a Christian. Would you go back and meet Jesus and say, Jesus, if you come back, you will never stop throwing up, buddy. Just that's what it goes south, man. No, but those kinds of things, yeah, would be fun. I would go back to that company that made erasable pens, and I'll say, guys, it will never work.
It doesn't go.
It's a pen. Don't put an eraser on a pen. It's a stupid idea. Those kinds of things. But going to the future, as his character said, is always a mistake.
Well,
Is always a mistake.
I think the audience agrees with you because only 44% said they would meet their future self. 56 said that they would go back and meet somebody in the past. So pretty good choices. Good job, Rob. Good job. Next one. See, I was going to ask you the next question. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. So which would you rather have? George as your dad or Lorraine as your mom? Yeah, that's right. That's right. The tough question.
I think moms are special. And I think the mom or the relationship works out really wonderfully. Like, it's reinforced that idea that there are just moms and connections and brothers and sons. And don't go there. You don't have to make a big deal about that. You don't go there. But the mom, like, the mom must feel for your sons and sons for your brothers. You asked me one time as lost my mother last year, and there was, I did this thing one time, a fundraising for a foundation where Meredith was there, and Lee was there,
Right.
and my mom was there, and some other mom. There are other moms there, moms. And it was so beautiful to see them together. And I just, every day I get what moms do.
Of course.
So the answer to your question is, George, my father was George, but it's the same thing. I played baseball with me, the hockey team. I don't have time. My dad drove me down to the States to meet agents, to be an actor. He thought all actors were hippies and he was in the Army. That's him who was raised a hippie, but he did, and then he got put me on me. I was saying he supported me. Now I think he was like, were you taking count? We don't want to be counted. So I had a relationship with my dad. It was good. My mom, like compassion, like sense of people. I love for people. I love for her, for my feeling of being a good neighbor and living in a place, a world better place than when you found it. That's helped my mother, and I'm really grateful.
I love that. So Lorraine, okay, so let's see, what we have? Just like the audience here, okay, so 39% said that you guys would have George as your dad, but 61 of you would have picked Lorraine as your mom. So good job for that. Absolutely.
Answer C should have been Lorraine as your wife. Because someday she'll be my wife.
I love it. Okay, this one's a tough one. Tom, this one's yours, okay? This one's yours. Which would you rather do? Take on Principal Strickland or Buford Taylor?
You can always forge an excuse slip. You can't forge a Colt 45. So I'll take Strickland
You'll take
and
Strickland?
get detention. Mad Dog's detention lasts forever.
And again, you were absolutely on point. 71% of you guys agree. 29% said they wanted to go Mad Dog. I think those are some bold.
Good luck, folks. Good luck. I think that was the Big Ragu 215. I think on Buford, yeah. I mean, you're the Italian market.
We can bring it on. Okay, Chris, this one's for you. Which would you rather do? Ride a hoverboard or drive the DeLorean? Which one?
I don't see drive a hoverboard.
No, ride the hoverboard. Like
Ride the
yes.
hoverboard.
Or drive the DeLorean.
That's so easy. Drive a DeLorean.
That makes sense.
I'm never gonna ride a hoverboard well.
I think you do everything well, so I think you could do it, but I understand driving the DeLorean is top notch. So, my last one, rock out to Johnny Be Good or slow dance to Earth Angel. Which would you rather do? Tom, I'm gonna start with you.
Who am I dancing with?
George McClung.
Oh. No? That'd be a weird dance. Doc Brown comes in. It's just got the group hug.
No, Doc Brown cuts in. I'm cutting in.
This is strange. How can you not rock out to Johnny Be Good?
It's fair. It's more than fair.
I'm in the movie, right? Shot the movie. I was in the scene, the movie, and they're doing, and I'm watching it on the screen. And the first time we see the movie, and all the young people are dancing, and he's on stage, and it's one of the great, exciting film scenes in the history of movies. There's a shot that Bob made on a crane that actually goes through a girl's legs as she comes up with a beautiful dress and everything. All the color that's coming over everybody's heads. She gets thrown up in the air. It comes through her legs into Mike playing the guitar. And it's like, Scorsese gets credit for a lot of those long shots and everything.
Right.
And I'm like, that's a beautiful shot that nobody's ever talked about. It's gorgeous.
True. It's very true. Love it.
So yeah, hey, rock out. It's Johnny Be Good.
Now, just to be fun with it,
Of course,
I was going to say 84% of everyone said that they would rock out to Johnny Be Good. Chris, would you rock out to Johnny Be Good or would you want to slow dance?
I'm a quandary. I like to slow dance, get romantic and all of that. And Johnny Be Good or whoever. I don't think I'd be convincing.
It's not like the slow dance angle. You're the lover. I get that. Michael, what about you? Would you still want to rock out to Johnny Be Good or would you want to do the slow dance? You did. You absolutely. You rocked it well, sir.
That was different for me. That obviously makes it for me. I love it, and I just I play guitar. I'm not a kid.
Yes.
And I was playing bands, the house band,
Absolutely.
maybe thing, and I could do that. I'll tell you honestly, one thing I was a little weird about. I still feel a little weird about it. Is African American woman pioneer, Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry.
Like, just like this. I mean, I think this is too serious. I mean, like this suggestion that awakened him to every the street man, like Chuck Berry. That's actually so you see, you don't take it seriously, but you take it seriously. That's everything.
That is more than fair. That's more than fair. But it was such a great homage to him, especially with the things that you did. Of course. So, no, it's absolutely great. Guys, thank you so very much for joining us. Finally make some noise. I'm going to ask for you guys to do something very special, though. This Fox. If y'all can do that. On the count of three. 1, 2,